Have you ever noticed it? The day is quiet, the inbox is tame, no emergency in sight, and your chest still tightens. Calm arrives, and your anxiety wakes up. It's almost like peace is the trigger. You feel that flutter, the restlessness you can't explain. The question sneaks in. Why am I nervous when nothing is wrong? If that's you, you're not broken. You're human. And Viktor Frankl, the psychiatrist who survived the camps and built a therapy around meaning, saw this pattern long before smartphones and email. He called it an existential vacuum, the hollow space that shows up when things are calm and we're forced to face ourselves. In busyness, it stays hidden. In quiet, it speaks. So tonight, let's listen not to our fear, but to what the fear is trying to say. Let's slow down and translate the panic that appears when life is finally okay. Because Frankl's message is not that your anxiety is a failure, it's a signal, and it can become a compass. Think about your last good day. You had time, you had options, and the mind rushed to fill the silence with worry. What if this doesn't last? What if I'm wasting my life? What if I'm missing something important? Frankl would say this: when we lack a clear why, the nervous system hunts for one. We seek stimulation, urgency, drama, anything to avoid the void. But we can also choose a different route. Not to chase the next distraction, but to answer the question that silence asks. What is worthy of you today? Before we go there, here's a strange truth. Anxiety in calm moments isn't a sign that danger is near. It's often a sign that meaning is missing. When there's no immediate problem to solve and no obvious direction to run, your inner life asks, what is this for? Why am I here? Frankl's work starts there. He doesn't promise the removal of pain. He promises a way through it with dignity. He calls it logotherapy, the therapy of meaning. And his claim is simple. Life is not primarily about feeling good or being safe. Those are fine, but they don't hold us. We are meaning-seeking creatures. We don't just want to survive, we want to serve something that makes survival worth it. When calm makes you anxious, it may be because the default goals, comfort, praise, checking boxes, don't stretch your soul. Calm strips the noise and shows what remains. If that remainder is thin, the spirit writhes, not because you're weak, but because you're built for more than soothing your nerves. Frankl offers 3 paths to meaning. The first is creative, what you give to the world: work, craft, problem solved, care offered. The second is experiential, what you let the world give to you: beauty, love, nature, art, honest presence with another. The third is attitudinal, the stance you take when you cannot change the situation, how you carry suffering, how you endure with courage, how you refuse to become bitter. If calm makes you anxious, ask which of these 3 needs attention. Let's make it practical. Start with creative meaning. You don't have to write a symphony. You can choose one task today that matters beyond you. Who benefits if you complete it? Make it specific, visible, and generous. Not perfect. Perfection aims at you. Meaning aims beyond you. Then, experiential meaning. When your mind spirals in calm, guide your attention outward with reverence. This is not escapism. It's dereflection, Frankl's term for shifting focus away from self-monitoring toward the world itself. Walk and notice color. Call a friend and let them talk. Watch light slide across a wall. Read a paragraph that humbles you. Taste your tea like it's a small ceremony. The point isn't to perform mindfulness. It's to let the world be seen, not through your anxiety, but with your full, quiet presence. Finally, attitudinal meaning. Some situations won't change today. If you wait for life to remove every thorn before you live, you will wait forever. Frankl would ask, given the constraints, what attitude expresses who you want to be? Maybe it's doing the job you dislike with precise care because someone depends on that paycheck. Maybe it's bringing kindness to a room that's gone cold. Maybe it's carrying your pain without letting it bleed on everyone. This isn't pretending it doesn't hurt. It's choosing who you become because of it. But why does anxiety spike when life goes well? One reason is anticipatory anxiety, fear of fear itself. When you finally exhale, some part of you says, don't relax too much. The fall will hurt more. So you brace, you scan, you keep your guard up. Frankl saw this in patients who feared insomnia. The more they tried to sleep, the more they couldn't. He taught paradoxical intention, invite the feared symptom, even exaggerate it, to break the pressure loop. Why? Because what we aggressively try to control often tightens. How does this look with anxiety? You can gently say, there you are, flutter. Go ahead, be here while I do what matters. The goal is not to eradicate all tension before you live. The goal is to live even if tension rides along. Anxiety loses its power when it's not the condition of your obedience. Let's go deeper into dereflection. When anxiety is the center, you notice yourself noticing yourself. You become the mirror of a mirror endless echo. Dereflection breaks the mirror. It turns attention outward to a task, a person, a value, a practice. It's not distraction, it's devotion. Pick one thing and give it respectful focus for 20 minutes. Write the email that helps someone. Wash the dishes with care. Outline the idea that's bigger than your insecurity. Don't argue with your symptoms during those 20 minutes. Bow to the work. When you leave the altar, you'll still be human, but the center of gravity will have shifted. There's also a hidden trap in calm periods: comparison. When quiet arrives, the mind measures. Am I behind? Are others doing more? Comparison is not a compass, it's a siren. It lures you toward a shallow white to win at a game you didn't choose. Frankl's answer is not to stop caring. It's to select a standard that's alive. Not am I ahead of them, but am I aligned with what matters to me? You're not in competition for meaning. You're in pilgrimage toward it. Another reason calm triggers anxiety: identity built on crisis. Some of us learned to be useful only in emergencies. We earned love by fixing chaos. So when chaos stops, we feel unneeded, and anxiety keeps us useful. Frankl would be gentle here. He'd say, you can offer your strength before the fire starts. You can still be a rescuer of dignity, of possibility, of beauty. You can anticipate goodness as fiercely as you used to anticipate disaster. Now, a hard truth with a hopeful edge. Even in calm times, suffering doesn't vanish. It changes shape. The ache of purposelessness stings. The emptiness hums. Frankl calls this tragic optimism, the choice to say yes to life despite pain, guilt, and death. Not because pain is good, but because even pain can be used. We do not romanticize tragedy. We redeem it. What does redemption look like on an ordinary Tuesday? It might look like this rule: one tiny act of service, daily. Hold the door. Send the encouragement you'd want to receive. Donate quietly. Share knowledge without keeping score. These are not small. They are stitches in the fabric of a meaningful life. And stitches hold. If you're thinking, I've tried to find purpose and failed, here's a softer entry. Don't hunt for a grand purpose. Choose a present purpose. For the next hour, help someone, learn one true thing, make one corner of your life more honest. Repeat tomorrow. Purpose accumulates by practice. And if the anxiety still surges in peace, test this exercise. Sit with a blank page and write 2 columns. On the left, the life that braced me crisis, role, expectation. On the right, the life that calls me values people, places, practices that matter when no one is watching. You're not choosing between safety and recklessness. You're choosing between being driven by fear and being drawn by meaning. Then, take one item from the right column and bring it into today, even if for 5 minutes. Remember Frankl's 3 doors to meaning: create, experience, and how you carry what you can't change. If you can't create much today, experience well. If you can't experience much, carry with dignity. And if you can, do all 3, in small doses, on purpose. Let's talk about control. Anxiety loves it. It promises, if you control everything, nothing will hurt. But life is not tamed by control. Frankl insists, our last freedom is the choice of our attitude toward any given set of circumstances. That's not a platitude. It is a practice. You can't control the news, the algorithm, or your body's first surge of adrenaline. But you can decide this. What will I do next that points to the person I want to become? If you're caught in vigilance, try paradoxical intention in the small. Whisper, fine, anxiety, come along while I do this kind thing badly and gladly. Humor helps, it loosens the knot. So does permission to do it imperfectly. Perfection is about your image. Meaning is about your impact. Let me offer a script for the moment. Calm makes you uneasy. You feel the tremor, and you say quietly, there's nothing wrong with me for feeling this. It's a signal, not a sentence. Now, I will pick one person to help, one beauty to receive, one burden to carry with grace. Then you move, not frantically, firmly. Small rituals anchor you. Morning, place your phone in another room for the first 10 minutes. Look at one true thing, light, a plant, your own breath. Ask Frankl's question. What is life asking of me today? Not, what do I want from life? Life is asking something. Midday, choose a task that serves beyond you. Evening, note one thing you did that aligned with your values, and one thing you want to carry differently tomorrow. That's it. Simple is not shallow. Simple is strong. If you're haunted by the idea you must find your passion to be okay, gently put that down. Frankl would never demand a passion. He would ask for a responsibility. Passion burns fast. Responsibility holds you when the fire dims. Choose a responsibility you want to be worthy of your child's memory of you. The craft you'll leave better than you found it. The love you'll protect even when no one claps for you. Responsibility is a steady light. There is also the problem of memory. Calm can trigger old alarms. Your body remembers when quiet meant danger, when the yelling stopped and the punishment began, when the calm before chaos taught you to brace. Respect that history. You can tell your nervous system, this calm is different. Then prove it. Create small, predictable rhythms that your body learns to trust. Same chair, same tea, same few lines, read slowly. We train safety by repetition, not by lecture. Sometimes the meaning gap is technical. You're understimulated, underchallenged, underengaged. If your day is empty of friction, add a gentle friction you choose. Learn a skill that requires clumsy beginnings. Choose a problem hard enough to make you forget yourself for a while. Deep focus is not punishment, it's mercy. And yes, we must speak of love. Experiential meaning blooms in relationships. Not the grand cinematic kind, but the daily kind. Ask someone a question that lets them be seen. Listen with your phone elsewhere. Presence is not a technique. It's a gift you give exactly once, each moment. Frankl would say, we are most ourselves when we forget ourselves in love. Midway through, let me ask you something. Does calm ever make you nervous when nothing is wrong? Do you feel it rising? Tell me in one sentence below. Your words might help someone else feel less alone. And if this is useful, subscribe so these tools are easy to find on the days you need them most. All right, let's return to the heart of it. Calm is not your enemy. Calm is the doorway through which meaning asks to enter. When anxiety greets you there, don't slam the door. Invite it to sit quietly while you light a candle and do one small, meaningful thing. It can watch, it can't drive. If you need a more concrete method, here's a weekly template to test. It's not a life overhaul. It's a pattern you can keep. Monday, creative meaning. Pick a task that, when done, makes someone else's day meaningfully easier. Schedule it for the first deep work block. Name the person, name the outcome. Finish it imperfectly. Wednesday, experiential meaning. Go somewhere beautiful, park bench, museum corner, a tree you've ignored, and give it 20 undivided minutes. Notice, detail. Let wonder interrupt you. Friday, attitudinal meaning. Identify one annoyance or limit you can't change this week. Decide in advance the attitude that honors your values. Practice it once, consciously. Then, speak to yourself with respect afterward, as you would to a friend who did a hard thing. Every day, one tiny service. You'll be shocked at how those drops accumulate. When the future scares you in calm times, remember Frankl's way of shrinking time. Don't carry the whole horizon. Ask what the next faithful step is. Not the brilliant step, the faithful one. Often, it's a phone call you avoid, a page you write, a floor you sweep when no one will praise you. These acts of order are not trivial. They tell your nervous system and your spirit, I am not helpless, I am useful, I am oriented. But what about the ache that whispers, isn't this too small? Frankl would smile gently. He knew that meaning lives in small rooms. In the camps, meaning was a crust of bread shared, a memory guarded, a prayer muttered, a decision to help someone stand. Our days are softer, thank God, but the principle remains. Do the next meaningful small thing. These are not fragments, they are the way. If your calm anxiety arrives with dread what? If the good disappears, you can practice gratitude that includes grief. Name the good and name its fragility. Thank it anyway. That's not superstition, that's clarity. Gratitude that admits endings makes you braver, not more naive. You stop clinging, you start stewarding. One more tool, the meaning map. Draw 3 circles. Label them, create, experience, endure. Under-create, list what you can offer this season, even if small. Under experience, list what nourishes you that isn't about achievement. Under endure, list what you cannot change right now and the attitude you'll practice there. Put the map somewhere visible. Each morning, choose one action from any circle. When anxiety asks, why are you calm? You'll have an answer. And if you fail a day, if you get swept by the old tide and lose an afternoon to spirals, welcome your breathing. Meaning doesn't vanish because you stumbled. It waits. Return to one small, firm step. You don't have to feel ready. You have to be willing. Frankl's ultimate insight is simple. Life is asking you, not the other way around. When calm arrives and anxiety follows, it's often because we're waiting to be told what matters. But life is already asking, who needs you? What truth needs speaking? What craft asks for your hands? What suffering asks for your courage? Answer, slowly, honestly, with the resources you have. You're not auditioning. You're responding. And if you still feel the tremor in your ribs as you listen, place your hand there for a second. Say out loud, I see you. We are going to do this gently and on purpose. Then, actually do it. Text the name on your list. Open the book. Step outside. Start the pot of soup. Put the phone down and look your child in the eyes. These acts are the opposite of panic. They are presence. In the end, calm will keep coming. Anxiety may keep visiting. That's okay. Every time it does, you're offered a chance to practice being the kind of person you respect. Not the bravest on the planet, the bravest in your kitchen, not the most brilliant on earth, the most faithful on your street. This is not small. This is everything. As we close, here's the quiet courage Frankl hands us. Your life does not need to be extraordinary to be meaningful. It needs to be offered. When the peace you prayed for makes your heart race, don't run from it. Use it. Let it reveal the gaps, not to shame you, but to guide you. Fill them with one creative act, one true experience, and one chosen attitude. Repeat, because the point is not to chase a feeling, is to become a person who can hold any feeling and still move toward what matters. Calm is not a test you must pass. It's a space in which you can answer life's question. What will you do with your freedom today? You already know the first step. It's small, it's close. Go take it.